What's up, Sharks? This is Mr. O back with Flip Notes, the first notes of the new year. New unit is matter. It's quite a big unit. It's amazingly connected to everything you've ever done in science. You might have learned about matter before, so hopefully all of this isn't new to you. But that 6.P.2.1 literally means matter, and let's get into this. At the top of your notes, there's a big idea, which will be what we're going to cover in the next 5 to 6 weeks in class. You need to understand the structure, classifications, and physical properties of matter. The words you're filling in are underlined for your notes. These notes, we're going to start off with 5 key vocab words. The first of which is, obviously, matter. So this man is definitely made up of matter. Everything in the world is made up of matter. Anything that has mass and volume is matter. So you're filling in anything that has mass and volume. The second word is atom. Atom are the small particles that compose, and if you don't know what compose means, it means make up all matter. So the smallest things in the world are atoms. How small? Pretty small. The next thing is elements. This is something you've been thinking about for a long time. There's the periodic table of elements. And elements are made up of atoms, which make up matter. So you get to see how these words are starting to become connected. All matter is made of atoms. All elements are made of atoms. Fourth one is molecule. Here's a molecule. This is actually H2O. Like I said, it does look like Mickey Mouse. And then more complex you get, the higher they get. And this is formed when 2 or more elements combine. So matter is made up of atoms. Atoms make up elements. Elements make up molecules. And then to go back down to the smallest parts, you have particles. Here is a solid liquid gas pitcher. It could be of anything. But they are smaller pieces of anything. Particle means, you can use that in science or not in science, but if you see the word part as the beginning of this word, it literally means a part of something. So atoms have neutrons and protons and electrons, which you'll learn more about in 8th grade. But as for what you need to know right now, a particle of an atom just means a piece of something. Let's move on to the back of your notes. There's a man named John Dalton. He had an atomic theory a long time ago. As you can tell from this picture, it was not taken with an iPhone. This one was actually drawn, the way the pictures were back in the day. John Dalton had 4 elements to his atomic theory that you need to know. These are things you'll have to be able to recall over and over and over again. The first one, atoms cannot be broken into smaller pieces, meaning the atom is the smallest thing there is. Someone can't take and break down an atom. Now, you'll hear about splitting atoms. We'll get more into that, but atoms by themselves naturally can't be broken down to smaller things. Number 2 is in any element, all the atoms are exactly alike, meaning in hydrogen, hydrogen's an element from the periodic table. Every atom of hydrogen looks the exact same, acts the exact same way, weighs the exact same. So atoms of any element are exactly alike, but between elements like carbon and hydrogen, they are not alike. Third one, he says, is atoms of 2 or more elements can combine to form compounds and molecules, which make up the world. Water and oxygen and carbon dioxide and various woods are all compounds and molecules. There's a difference between compounds and molecules, but you won't need to know that until high school. And number 4, atoms of each element have a unique mass, meaning each mass is different for each atoms of an element. If you look at the periodic tables, each elements on the periodic table have a unique mass. It's because of this thing that John Dalton stated in his theory. And then there's 3 key points you have to write in the bottom of your notes. First key point is all matter is made up of atoms. If it takes up space and has volume, it is made up of atoms. Things are underlined that you need to fill out. The second one, different elements contain different atoms. If you can look at my chart above, you have hydrogen, helium, and lithium, and sodium. Those are all different elements from the periodic table. They have different atoms to make those different things up. And the last thing is everything is matter except for energy. And energy is actually our next unit after matter. It's like 6 weeks away. However, everything we talk about that is matter, but the one thing that's not matter would be energy. And we'll talk more about that as we go on. These are your notes. Glad to go back to Flip Notes and get back on track with this new year. I'll see you in class tomorrow.